Housing discrimination refers to all aspects of property sales and insurance, lending, and rentals. The Fair Housing Council of San Diego is a nonprofit group working to eliminate housing discrimination throughout the county. Mary Scott Knoll, Executive Director for the council, joins me with an update. Mary, welcome.
Thank you.
In broad terms, what do federal and state laws prohibit when it comes to discriminating in housing?
Housing discrimination in four marketplaces, rentals, sales, property insurance, and mortgage, cannot be based on race, color, national origin, religion, familial status, disability, sexual orientation, a very range of things, including marital status and age, ancestry as well.
It covers almost everything.
It does.
The National Fair Housing Alliance reports the four main areas of discrimination, and what they found is they found 88% of the rental market, 7% in mortgage lending, 1.5% in home sales, and 0.5% occurring in homeowners insurance. This was a little surprising to me because we typically think of rentals. Give us some examples of how this discrimination occurs.
Flat denial of your rental application without regard to your qualifications. Denial of a mortgage loan based upon neighborhood characteristics, whether it's a minority neighborhood, has been the historical format. Redlining by insurance companies has also been one of the ways in which this has occurred to bring about just a massive amount of discrimination in the past.
So people not following the laws on getting somebody approved for whatever it is with housing based on their qualifications.
Qualifications should be the things that are looked to and nothing else other than those qualifications.
Let's talk about specific protection for families with children. What are some of the guidelines on that?
Again, denial based upon the presence of teenagers in your family would be an example, or the refusal to rent to a family on the second floor because they have young kids would be another, or overly restrictive rules for children. They can't go out and play at all.
Let's talk about the second story one, because that's sort of a sneaky one. You've called it a silent sort of discrimination, or maybe people don't know about it. The owner's trying to protect the child, but that still is discrimination.
We call it our benevolent owner who wants to protect the children. The courts have said that's a parental concern, and that second floor properties just can't be withheld from families with children on that basis.
What are some specific groups that you're seeing now being discriminated against?
Actually, the numbers are rising with regard to persons with disabilities. The presence of autism in the family has been one of the issues that we've seen coming into light lately. And the refusal to give accommodations to persons with disabilities who already live in tenancies would be a real issue these days.
How about veterans? San Diego is home to a large number of veterans. Is that something that you're seeing on the rise?
Absolutely. Because of the nature of the injuries that they're returning home with, they're going to have the need for accommodations. And most especially with the mental health issues which have been on the back burner, they are now up front. And accommodations to veterans are just as much in light with fair housing law as with any other person with a disability.
Legally, what are you allowed to ask for when it comes to accommodation?
You're allowed to ask for something that's in the box of reasonableness. And that would be what ordinary people deem to be reasonable. You can ask for changes in the rules and the policies. You can ask to be allowed to have a service animal when there is a no pet rule. You can ask for modifications. You want to put in a ramp. You want to switch out carpeting because of asthma, something like that.
So maybe reasonable might be if you had 1 or 2 steps of ramp, but not asking them to put in an elevator for a 16th floor.
Correct. And it is also governed by what accessibility features are for new construction as well.
What should you do if you feel you've been a victim of discrimination here in San Diego County?
You should garner your facts. Make sure that you can give a good story about what has occurred. And then you should reach out to your local Fair Housing Center, which is contracted in San Diego, Legal Aid Society of San Diego, in partnership with the Fair Housing Council.
And I want to let people know there are links to all of these organizations and a quiz they can take on our website to inform them basically about fair housing. If you are a victim of housing discrimination, and let's say it's proven that you are, does that compel the landlord or the property owner to give you what you want, or what happens then?
It certainly does. From the early stages of if the vacancy is still there and the offense can be proven, you can get that vacancy, you can get the unit of your choice. Otherwise, if the case is successful on your behalf, you can get attorney's fees to be paid, as well as compensation for any losses that denial cost you over time.
All right, so there are some choices. Again, it can be found on on our website, kpbs.org. Mary Scott Knoll, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.